I'm Daisy, this is Julie. Julie just encouraged me to recycle this pretty fabric that I got at Joann's. I had it as a pillow, but I got tired of the pillow, and so now we're gonna make a bucket hat. I got the pattern from Afternoon online, it's free. This is the top. Nope, that's a brim. This one's a top. It says to cut just one. And this other one, I already put it on the fabric. It says to cut it on the fold, and I need to cut two. So once I open it, it's nice and long. This one as well, you need to cut it on the fold, and we need to cut two. So I'm gonna cut this right now, and I'll get back to you. We're gonna use, I love this stuff. So, it's a rotary cutter. And depending on how frequently you use it, the blade will get a little dull, depending on the fabric. And then you can always just purchase the wheel, snap it on, super easy. Wow, this is so much easier than cutting it with a scissor. So I'm gonna do this again because it says cut two. Some people put weights on it. I'm not putting weight on it. I cover everything. Okay, so as it says, cut two. And cut two on the fold, and we have enough for the circle.
You don't line it?
Well, we can line it, but it doesn't have to be lined with this fabric. I mean, we can try to stretch this fabric. You know what we can do? We can line the big brim, if I can get 4 of these. Easy peasy. No, we don't have enough fabric to make the brim cutesy. So let me just pin this. I've had this mouse forever.
Didn't your mom give it to you?
No. I was teaching in number 4 school, and the school nurse gave it to me for Christmas because she knew I liked to sew. Okay, so this one says cut one top. Wow, I wish I had more for the brim, but we're not patching. So to start off the bucket hat, I'm choosing to have more yellow appear on the outside of the hat. So I'm gonna put the pretty side, which will be the yellow. Pretty side to pretty side, I'm gonna sew along this edge. And that's gonna make sort of a circle. And then the brim part, the part that gives it the shade when you're in the sun, sizzling sun, I'm gonna do the same thing. Yellow to yellow, because I want more yellow on the outside. So when I flip it over, and I sew along here, and when I flip, it will be more yellow to yellow. I'm gonna sew only one side,
okay.
Open it up, and then I'll figure it out because I haven't done this in a while. So I'm gonna pin it because I don't want it to move. Alrighty, so here I am. Turn on my, yes, I'm gonna use that one as my guide. Hold string. Oh, I'm not going very well. The next step is to sew the brim, which is the top of the crown, let's say, up here, to the top of the hat. So I'm gonna sew it pretty side to pretty side. I chose yellow as pretty side. So I'm gonna do the raw edge on the white. So what I'm gonna do now is, this is the top of the hat, this is the crown. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of little snips on the top, not cutting the stitch, just allowing the fabric to have a little more flexibility. And then the next step is to sew the brim, This is the crown and then the brim. So what I'm gonna do is just do some stitches, some little snips. And I think what I should have done was I should have cut this fabric. It's fraying a lot. I should have cut it with my little zigzag scissor. Say that 6 times. I'm done. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, I gotta connect the brim. Pretty side to pretty side. What did I learn? I need to use this little presser foot as my guide, because according to the little paper pattern, that's where the stitching has to go. Alrighty. Now, let's put our thinking cap on. Pretty side to pretty side. So I want this, if I want this to come out like this, this is how I have to sew it. There we go. I guess I should put the seam on the seam. But wait, I want to go in this direction. Yes, I want to go in this direction because I'm going to use the presser foot as my guide. I'm just gonna cut a piece.
And just fill it?
Yeah. So the final step on this cute little bucket hat, which I transformed from a pillow, a summery pillow with this print, which I love this fabric, is to do the lines that most typical bucket hats have. That always reminds me of Gilligan's Island. But then again, I don't know if anybody in this generation knows who Gilligan's Island is. Alright, so I'm going to continue just going in circles and circles very slowly, using the presser foot as my guide so that the lines come out somewhat consistent. Make sure the stitch is in the center. And just go slowly. Use the presser foot as your guide. For those of you who don't have a steady hand, Alrighty, so here's the hat. I made the little lines that sort of tell you that it's a bucket hat. They have those little stitches. I think I'm gonna do one more row in the bottom, and then this hat is incomplete. I made it reversible, used a shirt that was my husband's, and I put the little pocket inside. You can put $20 in there, or an ID, or anything secretive. This is the inside. See the little stitching? I didn't do it very perfectly. However, it will suffice. There's the hat. It is done. And this is me inside the sewing space. It's funny, I have a sewing space, I have a painting closet way over there. I have my little Bible reading desk upstairs, and then I have another armoire that's supposed to house a TV, but we have no TVs in bedrooms, and I do my bookkeeping in there for the office. So I have a lot of space. I'm so blessed. Thank you, Lord. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this hat. I hope you're not discouraged. I did seam rip a lot wherever there were mistakes. That happens. Practice makes perfect. And just remember to sew slowly, so that you are in control and not the machine in control. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what fabric you would use to make bucket hats. I mean, the possibilities are endless. You can go to fabric shops and they have scraps. You just have to think outside the box of what would look super cool in a hat. Thank you for watching. Alright, take care.